am making my favorite taco meat today. And this taco meat is made with pecans, cauliflower, and today I'm using a reconstituted, sun-dried tomato. Normally I would use a tomato paste, but I forgot to get tomato paste. Anyway, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste or 1 sun-dried tomato. And then I'm going to use liquid aminos, which is my wheat-free soy sauce, and taco seasoning. So normally I'll make up my own taco seasoning. See, I wrote taco on there. But I do have different taco seasonings here, and so I'll show you what I use, how I combine mine in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have my food processor. I'm going to put in, this is about a cup of pecans. You could use walnuts if you'd rather use walnuts. And I'm going to pulse them until they are crumbly. Oh, maybe I need to plug it in. Alright, just so you can see that. You could just finely chop them with a knife if you'd like to do that. I have a baking sheet here lined with parchment paper. You could also do this in the skillet if you would like to. I'm just lazy. This is much easier to clean up for me. And I'm not going to worry about being really neat getting the pecans out of there because I'm going to be adding cauliflower to this. So I'm only going to be using a half a head of cauliflower. So I'm going to cut this in half. Set this half to use later. Cut it in half again. And then I'm just going to cut along that core almost to the bottom so that I get rid of the green part that I don't want. Alright, then I'm going to throw these into the food processor. I'm not going to worry about chopping too small because I'm going to pulse in the food processor. Put a lid on. Alright, you can see I just pulsed. See how that looks? So cauliflower is full of vitamins and minerals. It is a cruciferous vegetable, so it is wonderful for preventing illnesses, especially things like DNA damage that leads to cancer. I'm just pouring that right on top of my pecans. Pecans or walnuts, whichever you choose, are very high in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E and fiber, a healthy fat, good for the brain. I'm now going to add the other half of my cauliflower. And my sun-dried tomato. I forgot my sun-dried tomato. I'm just gonna roughly chop it. I meant to throw it in with the pecans, but it doesn't matter. Throw that in and pulse that. Sun-dried tomato on my hand. Alright, you can see that I have it all chopped up. Now I'm just going to pour everything back into the food processor. If I had just put everything in all at once, it would have just been too crowded. I would end up with mush, and I want this to have a meaty texture like taco meat. Let me move this out of the way for our next step. I'm just going to lift the paper up to pour it in. And now I'm going to add my spices. So if I were using tomato paste, I'd put 1 tablespoon of tomato paste in now. Because I'm using the sun-dried tomato, I wanted it chopped up small so it would be mixed in and combined. So I want 1 tablespoon of the liquid aminos. This is going to give it some salty, umami flavor, some depth of flavor. 1 tablespoon. And then I would put 3 tablespoons in of my taco seasoning normally. But let's see what I do today. I want another tablespoon. I'm going to use a tablespoon of chili powder. I love smoked paprika. If you don't, leave it out. But I'm going to put in a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Same with cumin. I love cumin, but I know not everybody does. So if you don't, just leave it out. Teaspoon of cumin. The liquid aminos is also going to help everything kind of stick together there. You could use salt, but I'm just using the liquid aminos in place of that. So I have a teaspoon of garlic and a teaspoon of onion. Alright, I'm going to put the lid back on and just pulse it until it's all combined. There we go. I am going to spread this out on this baking sheet. Just so I can put it in the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven at 200 degrees just while I get the rest of my dinner together. If you want, you can just put it in a skillet and put it on low just to warm it up. I don't know if you've ever had tacos or taco salad with cold taco meat. You don't want that. So this will just take any chill off. Like I said, I'm going to put it at 200.